Welcome, Thomas. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back, y'all. Way to go, Thomas. Happy for you. Well, Thomas, you are today, my man. You are today. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Phillips Hue. Phillips Hue. What's up, Scott? Appreciate you getting that Barnes and Thornburg logo done. It went great. The hub came with it. I bought the hub and 4 bulbs, and then I bought a 5th bulb. And I did that like a year and a half ago. And they were not stable like a year ago or a half year ago. And then I just kind of quit messing with them because Rachel doesn't like them anyway. And then I was like, I wonder if I could get these in the office. And I did it. And now it's like, whatever the problem was, they fixed it. only when I'm in the mood to. I like the colors, but mostly it's just for the shock value and to see Rachel just being like, I can't believe it. I like the colors though, but I don't think everybody does. Oops. Probably. Guys, it's 8:22. We'll get going about 8:32. There was a little after show after the Monster game last night, and I showed some people what my new books were. We do not need to register. That's correct, Connor. Just use the answer sheet. That's correct, Connor. You got it. We can go over some of these new books. Maphead. That's going to be a nightmare for you guys. A Global History of the Olympics. It's going to be a nightmare. Flag Worth Dying For. Oh my God, are you kidding me right now? The Greatest Story Ever Told, Life on Earth, David Attenborough. And guys, it's about half of them. Yeah, showing you the books. Yeah. We got some other. I got The Wire. I got a book on The Wire. Got the new New Yorker, the new Vanity Fair, the new Time. Got a book on movie stars. What? With who? With who? Oh, okay. Guys, it's 8:25. Dan's hosting at Mo and Johnny's. Jordan's hosting at Roots Burger Bar in Muncie. I'm hosting right here the Monster Game with the Monsters. Just got done with a private event for Barnes and Thornburg. Dan, is your brother playing at Mo and Johnny's, but you're not? Is that correct? Let's see here. They are no joke. That is correct. Partner at Barnes and Thornburg is Hambones OG Katie Matsukas, also kindergarten classmate of me. We were kindergarten classmates. Like, you guys get it. You guys get it. Oh, look who it is. Old Nick Meehan. What's up, Nick? Nothing. I just want to make sure we clear that out, and then ideally, it is impressive. I'm pretty sure she's playing the monster game. Katie Matsukas. I'm just talking to Scott. All right, guys. It is 8:27. We'll get going here in about 5 minutes. It is the Wednesday night monster game, Hambones Trivia. We got a live game going on at Mo and Johnny's right now in Indianapolis. We've got a live game going on at Roots Burger Bar in Muncie, Indiana. The live games are coming back slowly but surely. Corporate events are nonstop, which is the way we want it. Hope everybody's doing great. I was just showing off my new trivia books that have arrived every once in a while. Maybe once a month we reload. This was a particularly nice batch. Yeah, Katie's an impressive attorney. She does. She handles all aspects of white-collar criminal investigations. That's just I have a feeling that's what she does. Guys, the answer sheets to tonight's game are linked in the description of this video. What type of law? Yeah, there you go. I answered that one before you ask it. Maddie wants to know how much time you spend a week coming up with new questions. It's funny. It's a lot different now than it was before quarantine. These days, I spend if I really focus 90 minutes a day creating new content. That's not including themes. Themes screw everything up. Those are really, because I try to put everything that we put out something I can be proud of. And so if it's something I know very little about, it's I have to really dive in. And sometimes I'm lucky because I have a good friend that knows enough about Hambones and enough about a subject matter that we can create a set together. But that's not the case all the time. So it's about 90 minutes a day. It used to be not that much, but we've been cranking out a ton of trivia. So just reading things and watching documentaries, listening to podcasts. I subscribe to a lot of magazines and a lot of news sites and have way more reference books than the average person, I guess. And I've got some really good grade A sources that I lean on heavily a lot. I hope you guys continue to do at least occasional online games because it's like a 4-hour drive to Indy from me. Well, we plan on it. We're going to take a little break, I think, coming up here, but it won't be a long one at all. And there'll be an adjusted Monster Game schedule until probably the fall or the winter, but we'll probably still do one a week. And we'll do probably one theme game every week or every other week. But I appreciate that. Podcast do I recommend? You know what, Jared? This is a great opportunity. Ham Bones is actually coming out with our own newsletter. And in conjunction with that, there will be a podcast. And I can't wait to tell you what podcast I recommend. But I'm going to cover that in the first newsletter. It'll be a weekly newsletter, very short, quick hits. Yeah, Stacy, we will be doing virtual in some form at least once a week. Monster Game for sure. And then if quarantine happens, or I don't think it will or whatever, but this winter when people are inclined to stay home, I think we'll be doing more. Jared, appreciate it. Yep, we're going to do it. It'll be a weekly newsletter at first. We've got some great ideas, I think. I've been playing on that for a while now. Scales Rates, Breaking Korg. That was my old blog, Scales Rates. I would just rank anything on a scale of 0 to 10. Scales Rates. God, I would have bet a lot of money that no one remembered the name of that blog. Thank you. JVO. And if someone did remember it, it would be JVO. Guys, it's 8:33. I think we're ready to rock. Guys. Scales Rates. That's the old Ham Bone blog. All right. Guys. Everybody, back for more. Katie Matsukas, you're amazing. All right, so here is what you need to know. First of all, don't cheat. Don't use your cell phones or laptops to look up the answers to any of the questions. Just play using what you know and your team. That's it. If you cheat or we think you're cheating, we won't announce your scores. So just play with some integrity, guys. This is our timer. The answer sheets are linked in the description of this video. The real deal is for the person actually entering in the answers, and the view only, as you all know, is for everyone else on the team that's following along, not actually with the team captain. If you have any questions, any issues, need any help, whatever it is, let us know in the chat, and we'll get you taken care of right away. We got 4 rounds of trivia coming at you tonight, guys. We are broadcasting live and in Technicolor from underneath the partly cloudy skies of the trivia capital of the free world, Ham Bones headquarters in Indianapolis, Indiana, coming at you with a Wednesday night monster game. It is good to be with all of you guys. We have 4 rounds of trivia as always. Each round has its own rules as always, and we will go through those rules before each round. Round 1 is 6 questions, each worth 5 points, for a total of 30 points on the board. The password to get into round 1 is Penguin. Penguin is your password. Here we go. Round 1, question 1. Beetlejuice and Coming to America were in theaters, and Get Out of My Dreams and Get Into My Car was on the radio. All 3 of those things happened in the same year. You've got to get within 1 year. Beetlejuice and Coming to America was in movie theaters, and Get Out of My Dreams and Get Into My Car was on the radio. All 3 of those things in the same year. You must get within 1 year. Question 2, in what country is NATO headquartered? In what country are NATO headquarters located? Question 3, what state is the only one with a Union Jack on its flag? What state is the only one with a Union Jack on its flag? Question 4, The Catholic and Eastern churches separated in 1054 when the Pope and Patriarch did this to each other. It was undone in 1965. The Catholic and Eastern churches separated in 1054 when the Pope and Patriarch did this to each other. It was undone in 1965. Boy, am I just asking for bad answers on that one. Question 5. What international company was founded by 17-year-old Ingvar Kamprad? What international company was founded by 17-year-old Ingvar Kamprad? And question 6. It's the final question of round 1. Other than the Denver Broncos, was the only other NFL team that Tim Tebow took a snap for in the regular season? Other than the Denver Broncos, what's the only other NFL team that Tim Tebow took a snap for actually on the team during the regular season? That's round 1. Guys, you got 7.5 minutes to get your answers in. Go, go, go. Number 5 says must be a number. Hold on, guys. Nick, did you hear that? Hold on. What is number 5? Let's see if we can work around that. Hey guys, we're seeing that. That's a Google problem that we can't get around sometimes. So for number 5, where it must be a number, put the number of letters that are in the answer. Put the number for number 5. Put the number of letters that are in the correct answer. All right, sorry about that, guys. That is a Google problem that pops up on us every once in a while. Google's acting up today and yesterday, but thanks, Scott. Oh, I know that. Thank you, Scott. Yeah, we're international. And I actually, at Mo and Johnny's last week, There was a team that plays, and they have two people that play. I've never met them before. They have two people that play monster games with them every time from Wyoming, which is a state that I didn't think we had represented on the map. Two people from Wyoming have been playing like 50 monster games, and I had no idea. That's like, a serious percentage of the state. Just over 3 minutes to get your answers in, guys. We're in Connecticut. No field trips to Indianapolis anytime soon. Katie D, happy that you're here. I didn't know we had teams playing from Connecticut. Actually, I think maybe I thought we had one. I don't know if I knew that or not. I thought you were about to say, which was Wyoming is a state I had actually no idea even existed. I wonder if I'm the only one in this room that went to Wyoming for spring break as an undergrad. Not too many people could say they did that. I went to Wyoming, stayed at a friend's uncle's house, and the friend's uncle was the creator of the Broadway, or not Broadway. I guess it's not Broadway. I don't know what it was. Maybe it is Broadway, like Red, White, and Tuna. It's a two-man show. Gorgeous Wyoming ranch. 90 seconds to get your answers into round one, animals. So if I hit grade, we're good, Nick. I wonder what's going on. Sorry. There are ghosts in Thomas's house. Sorry, Thomas. So there's a landscaper that cuts my neighbor's yard, and she uses a hoverboard while cutting she goes around on a hoverboard. I can't make that up. Can't make it up. That's how she does all the yard work on a hoverboard. Guys, you got 30 seconds to get your answers in. What's that? Hey, you want to hear something even weirder? It wasn't an answer validation there's 3 teams that could enter in real answers. Gotcha. All right. Are we good on passwords? Guys, get them in, get them in, get them in. Are we good on passwords? All right, guys, here are your answers. Yes, same woman, Scott. I was going to give her $100 to stop mowing during the 500 event. Yes. It's just a weird Google issue. All right, guys. Answers to round one: Beetlejuice and Coming to America and Get Out of My Dreams, Get Into My Car on the radio. You had to be within 1 year of 1988 1988, your answer to question 1. Question 2, in what country is NATO headquartered? Belgium. Belgium, baby. The only state with a Union Jack on its flag is Hawaii. Hawaii is the only state with a Union Jack on its flag. Question 4, the Catholic and Eastern churches separated in 1054 when the Pope and the Patriarch did this to each other. It was undone in 1965. That is excommunicated. Excommunicated is your answer to question 4. The international company founded by 17-year-old Ingvar Kamprad. The answer that you had to put was 4 because the answer is IKEA. IKEA. And other than the Denver Broncos, the only other NFL team that Tebow took a snap for during the regular season was the New York Football Jets. The New York Football Jets. He played for a couple other teams, but was only on their practice squad because they probably said, should we look at if this guy can play football? And the answer was no. Question 2, or sorry, round 2. Sorry, I should not get off on a Tim Tebow rant. The round 2 is the picture round. Round 2 is the picture round. Today, it's name that character. First name is fine. Name that character. Name the character. The password to get into it is Chargers, as in the Los Angeles Chargers. That's correct, Salvatore. Salvatore, you are correct. Chargers equals the password for round 2, and it is name that character. 10 pictures worth 3 points each. You got 7.5 minutes. Just go. Go. You're fine, Connor. No problem, bud. Scott. That's true. I don't know about 99 point. Yes, he is. I do know about 99.99, but he was not good enough to be in the NFL. That's that. And he's definitely not good enough to be in Major League Baseball, and that's that. But he does sell a whole lot of tickets to a whole lot of people that like what he has to say about certain things. People just devouring the picture round. Unfortunately, spelling counts. Spelling counts. Just kidding. Yeah, it's a big game. We had 18 or 19. That's great. That is very good news. Is it always on YouTube? No, it's in person as well, Thomas. I look at it like an economist. The price of a good is whatever someone is willing to pay for it. So if he's on an NFL roster, he's good enough to be. Hey, Scott, I understand. Eastbound and Down needs to sign in through a different computer, doing our best. Tim, all we ask is that you do your best. People are very opinionated about Tim Tebow, including myself, and I walked right in the middle of this one. One minute and 25 seconds. How many teams we got tonight, Nick? Guys, what if I told you that 2 teams have missed number 2 so far? What'd you think about that? Yep. Ten seconds to get your answers in. Get them in, get them in, get them in. Get them in, get them in, get them in. All right. Hopefully we're doing okay. All right, guys. Here are your answers to the picture round. Number 1 from The Office. Hold on one second. Is Aaron. We wanted Aaron. Kelly, I understand. For people that know more about The Office than you or me, Kelly is her actual first name. Both counted. Aaron, Kelly, Aaron Hannon. Question 2, that is Goose. Goose from Top Gun, Goose. Question 3, from Inside Out. We've got to look into this, and I don't know why. The answer is disgust, but so many teams put envy. That's just not true, as far as I know. It's disgust. Question 4 from Titanic, that is Rose, the old Rose. Little bonus trivia for you. Rose, there are 2 people that played Rose in the Titanic were both nominated for Academy Awards. That's very rare. Question 5 from the Huxtable family, that is Theo. Theo is your answer to question 5. Question 6 from Stranger Things, that's my man Steve. Steve. Number 7. My son's never been happier that I put something on trivia. That's Naruto. Naruto. God, I try to get it into Naruto for Declan. It's painful, guys. It's painful. Number 8 from The Sandlot. That's Wendy Peppercorn. Wendy. Number 9 from Silence of the Lambs. That's Clarice. Clarice. Agent Starling. And number 10, one of the best characters ever on screen. That is Omar. Omar from The Wire. Omar. Definitely disgust. All right. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking up disgust, and that's it. It's almost like there's, wow, so many people put envy. Because it's green. That's why. Because it's green. Yeah. Disgust is the answer, though. All right, guys. We got 2 rounds of trivia left. As always, round 3 is the money round. Here's why we call it the money round. Lots of points on the board. Every question has more than one answer. Every answer worth 5 points. And order does not matter at all. Even if it seems like it should, it doesn't. So if I ask you what are the 3 colors of the U.S. flag and you say red, white, and green, that's good for 10 points. You got red and white. If you say red, white, and blue, that's good for the full 15. Order doesn't matter at all. If you're going to win this thing, you're going to do it right here in round 3, the money round. Guys, the password to get into the money round is Browns. Password is Browns. Here we go. Password is Browns. Here are your questions. Round 3, question 1, you fill in the blanks for the slogan of Hogwarts. Never blank a blank blank. What is the slogan for Hogwarts? Never blank a blank blank. Question 2, since 1998, there have only been 4 different winners of the Best Variety Show Emmy. So we're talking about the Emmy Awards. Best Variety Show basically means interview, late night, prime time. We're thinking of all the same shows. There's only been 4 to win that award since 1998. Name the 4 last names of the hosts of those 4 shows. Only one of the shows was from a Big 4 network. That's ABC, CBS, NBC, or Fox. Of those shows, only one of them was on network TV. Question 3. Who were the last 3 presidents, not including the current president, to serve exactly 1 full term as president? Who were the last 3 presidents to serve exactly 1 full term as president? And question 4, it's the final question of the money round. Between 2015 and 2018, for 4 consecutive years, the NBA Finals matchup was between the Warriors from the West and the Cavaliers from the East. Immediately before that run, the 2 years preceding that run, there were 2 consecutive years when the matchup was between what 2 teams? Looking for 2 teams that were in the NBA Finals immediately before the 4-year run that the Cavs and Warriors had. That's the money round tonight, guys. You've got 9 minutes. Go, go, go. Thomas, Thomas, your sister walked to go get ice cream. How rude. That's not rude, Thomas. We will accept Susan Bones as always. That's the answer key, Katie, and you know it. Yeah. I mean, if you want ice cream, Thomas, go get yourself some ice cream. Sounds like you live in walking distance. Yeah. I missed what award show for 2 Emmys. Emmys, Stacy, Emmys. Under that name. Ah, cool. Guys, you got 1 minute to get your answers in. Guys, I got to tell you, I thought that this was a pretty tough money round, and you guys are sort of making me look like a fool. Sort of making me look like a fool. My goodness. My goodness. It doesn't. Yeah. Yeah. Guys, get them in, get them in, get them in. Get them in, get them in, get them in. We should run a game where, like, we absolutely ruthlessly cut it off after we call. Hey, can I put 5 if I see one that we need to count? Get them in, get them in. What? It was question 2. This one that I'm in right there. Okay, yeah. All right, guys. Here are your answers. You need to have them in. You need to have them in. Here are your answers to the money round. The Hogwarts motto, you had to fill in the blanks. It's never tickle a sleeping dragon. Never tickle a sleeping dragon. Lots of people thought it was never wake, but it is never tickle a sleeping dragon. Question 2, the 4 shows since 1998 to win the Emmy for Most Outstanding Variety Show. Can't argue with these. It's Dave Letterman. It is Jon Stewart. It is Stephen Colbert. And it is John Oliver. Stewart, Colbert, Letterman, and Oliver are your answers to question 2. Question 3, this one. I mean, I know that you can eliminate a lot of them, but still. Question 3, your answers are George H.W. Bush. We did not count George W. Bush. George H.W. Bush, Jimmy Carter, and Herbert Hoover are your answers to question 3. And question 4, before the Warriors and the Cavs played each other for 4 consecutive years, it was 2 consecutive years of Spurs versus Heat. Spurs versus Heat. All right. Yeah. And I can run it on a YouTube delay. I know what the delay is, so we'd be fine. But I don't think we're going to run a cutthroat game. All right, guys. Here's a scoreboard update. Bush Sr. was acceptable, Brian. Absolutely. Yes. Guys, scoreboard update heading into the final round. Here we go. In 16th place, a 2-way tie with 106 points. It's Girl Power and Boy of the Week, and it's Murder of Crows. In 13th place, a 3-way tie with 107, Pitter Patter, I'm Just Here So I Don't Get COVID, and Wagering Without Prudence. In 12th place with 109, it's the Bean Blankies. In a 3-way tie for 9th with 112, it's We Just Started Drinking. It's TTP, and it's J is for Genius. In 8th place with 114, it's the Slow Kids at Play. In a tie for 6th with 115, it's College Ave Naturals, and Stormin' the Castle. In a 3-way tie for 3rd, all of you are on the podium if you finish in 3rd. With 117, it's Vermin, it's Royal Nunsuch, and Humps. And in the lead Heading into the final round with 120, it's Hot for Teacher, and it's the Nick Chubb Fan Club. Guys, there's one final round, 3 final questions. On each of the 3, you can wager anywhere from 0 points to 30 points. Big Bush is acceptable. You got it. If you wager 30 on all 3 and you get them all 3 wrong, that's minus 90 points. If you get all 3 of them right, that's positive 90 points. Do me a favor and wager with some prudence. Wager with some prudence. All right? Don't go negative. Don't go negative. Your password to get into the final round is Seahawks. Seahawks. Here are your final 3 questions. A pair of shoes that this Brit wore when making history in 1954 sold at auction in 2015 for more than $400,000. A pair of shoes that this Brit wore when making history in 1954, whilst making history in 1954, sold at auction in 2015 for more than $400,000. Question 2, in the U.S., what's known as the Red Cross is known as what in Egypt? In the United States, what is known as Red Cross is known as what in Egypt? And question 3, final question of the night. His grave at Arlington notes his 1842 West Point graduation, his time at Fort Sumter, Gettysburg, and Second Bull Run, but does not mention sports. His grave at Arlington notes his 1842 West Point graduation, his time at Fort Sumter, Gettysburg, and Second Bull Run, but does not mention sports. You've got 8 minutes. Go, go, go. I'll check that, Dan. 841-2867. We have you at 104. 104. Can you check 8412? I'll do the money round. That's wrong. Okay. Missed 1 in the money round. Missed 2 in the picture round. Nick's looking into round 1. So that's minus 6. Minus 11. So right there, we got you at 109. Is that right? Yeah, so you must have missed 1 in round 1. $104 confirmed, Dan. Say it again. 90 points. Eastbound and down. Is that 627? Four minutes to get your answers in. Well, my goodness. Damn it. Damn it, meatheads. I'm just looking at the answers. Hey, this could not count there. I would definitely put the other word up there instead of that one. This is a funny answer. Guys, 2 minutes and 22 seconds. 2. Really appreciate you guys playing. Hope you have fun. We love doing this. We got a monster game tomorrow, and that'll be an important one. Because it's not like the monster game's ending, but three a week are going to be ending for a little bit. The question is, when we only have one a week, what day of the week does it go on? And that will be something that I'm interested in your guys' opinion on. $90 seconds, guys. 90 seconds to get your answers in. Thanks, Katie. 1 minute remaining. 1 minute. Thomas, it won't be a long one tonight. $30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds. Get him in, get him in, get him in. Get him in, get him in, get him in. Get him in, get him in, get him in. Correct. Correct. All right, guys. Well, you guys made quick work of my final round tonight. Maybe I was just in a good mood when I was writing these questions, made them a little too easy for you monsters tonight. Here are your final 3 questions and answers. Round 4, question 1, a pair of shoes that this Brit wore when making history in 1954 sold at auction in 2015 for more than $400,000. The correct answer is Roger Bannister. Roger Bannister, the sub 4-minute mile. The sub 4-minute mile. Roger Bannister. Favorite wrong answer was 5-minute mile Douglas. 5-minute mile Douglas, by far the funniest answer I've seen in a long time. 5-minute mile Douglas. Question 2. What's known in the United States as the Red Cross is known as this in Egypt and other Muslim countries. That is Red Crescent. The Red Crescent is your answer to question 2. And question 3, his grave at Arlington notes his 1842 West Point graduation, his time at Fort Sumter, Gettysburg, and Second Bull Run. By the way, bonus trivia, Confederates called that Manassas, but does not mention sports. The correct answer is Abner Doubleday. Abner Doubleday, the creator of what we know as modern baseball, Sir Roger Bannister. Fun fact, we got him stuck in an elevator selling American Thanksgiving with us. That is a fun fact. That is a fun fact. All right. Scoreboard update. Scoreboard update. Holy cow. All right. Give us a second here, guys. Hold on one second. All right, guys. Here we go. Scoreboard update. Sorry about that. In 16th place with 182, it's Susan, Bone Thugs, and Harmony. Tied for 14th with 187, it's Lions, Silkworms, and Boars, Oh My. Tied with Smarticus with 187. In 13th place with 190, it's Jumping Beans. In 12th place with 191, it's the Cahallans Without Tom. In 10th place with 192, it's Nasty Reporters with Terrible Questions, tied with Taking Care of Quizness. In 9th place, it's We Didn't Start the Virus with 194. In 8th place with 196, it's Murder of Crows. Tied for 5th with 197, it's Pitter Patter. I'm just here so I don't get COVID and Wagering Without Prudence. In 4th place with 204, it's Slow Kids at Play. In a 3-way tie for first with 207 points, it's the Humps, it's Royal Nunsuch, and it's Vermin. Guys, we got a tiebreaker between those 3 teams. Yeah, can we use it right now? All right. Johnny O, 16th. 16th. Well done, buddy. We had issues between round 1 and 2. 627. That's yeah, we had you right going into 627 for eastbound. We had you in 17th place, 180. We'll look into that if you need us to, but you got 1 wrong in round 1. You've got all of them, I believe, in round 2. In round 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wrong, at least. I think we're going to stand by that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wrong. All right. So, Nick, are you going to drop that into... Oh, yeah, let's trigger the lights. Tiebreaker lights. God, you think of all the good things here, Scott. Hold on. Let's do tiebreaker lights. I need to give you control of my tiebreaker lights. All right. Tiebreaker lights. Okay. So, guys, that's the tiebreaker form. And the question, it's whoever gets closest. You'll have 45 seconds to enter in a number. And whoever's closest, whether you're over or you're under, wins the night. All right? And I think that's it. And if you cheat, shame on you. The question is, what's the all-time low temperature in Los Angeles? What's the all-time low temperature in LA? You've got 41 seconds. Go. Can you guys work that tiebreaker form? Yep. All right. So there should only be 3 teams playing. Guys, if you're one of those 3 teams, we've got one in. We got Royal Nonesuch in. And we've got 5 Minute Mile in. And we've got Humps in. Hold on. All right, guys. So it was a 3-way tiebreaker. I respect the team that tried to wiggle their way into the tiebreaker under the team name 5 Minute Mile. You weren't in the tiebreaker. It was between Royal Nonesuch, it was between Humps, and it was between Vermin. Royal Nonesuch put the Royal Nonesuch's guess was 7 degrees, Humps was 11 degrees, and Vermin was 22 degrees. The all-time lowest temperature ever recorded downtown Los Angeles on 3 separate occasions has been 28 degrees. Vermin, you are our champions. Vermin, you are the winners. I don't know who you are, Vermin, but I'm glad you won. I don't think you've won before. Humps and Royal Nonesuch, well done. Guys, thank you all for playing. Hope you had fun. Bye, Thomas. My sister has to read to me. That's good. Guys, Hambone's got a newsletter. It'll be coming out soon. We're going to have a podcast, maybe a video podcast to go with it. It's all happening. Congrats, Vermin. James, congratulations, bud. I think that's her first time winning, which is exactly what I want. Guys, we're back live in Muncie at Roots Burger Bar tonight at 7. We were back in Broad Ripple tonight at 8 at the world-famous Mo and Johnny's. We will be back in the month of July or early August at almost all our other locations, including some new ones. Hambones is growing. We're going to have a weekly newsletter, all things we find fascinating, unpacking a few questions here and there, one a week. Should be interesting. I want to thank the Hambones team. That's Dan Cahallen. That's Nick Meehan, Sean Meehan, That is Jordan Green and Noah Nash. That's Lily Barker, Bess Browning, Jess Montree, and my amazing wife, Rachel. I want to thank all of you for playing. Anybody got any good trivia? Johnny O, check this out. If you're still there, Johnny O. Check that out, Johnny O. How you like me now? Has anyone watched Sutherland Till I Die on Netflix? I think that's what it's called. That's what I'm watching right now. Sutherland. What is it? Sunderland Till I Die. That's what I'm watching these days. Thanks, Jared. Really appreciate it. I've been writing questions during meetings at work when I'm bored. Scott, where are the questions? I need them. Finished The Wire about 2 weeks ago. How about that show, man? It ain't back in the day, Nikki. I see you choose a 45. Tonight I do. You think you could hit me from here? From here? Shit. Even if I miss, I can't miss. You must mistake me for somebody who's peeing himself. Best scene in The Wire? Either when Brother Muzan holds up Omar in the alley, or when Omar is on the witness stand. It's all the same game. Brian, I got to tell you, I like season 2 of The Wire. I know a lot of people that don't, but I love it. I love every season except for, I guess, I love every season. I even love the Baltimore Sun, the final season. That's fine. I'm happy with it. Johnny O must not still be here. I am in front of a fan. Thomas, listen, I can't do anything with that. I thought your sister was reading to you. Thomas, we'll talk to you tomorrow, buddy. I mean, witness stand with the tie was great. Never put my gun to a citizen. It's all the same game. You got a briefcase, I got a shotgun. Thanks, Thomas, for your email. I appreciate it. Glad you enjoy it, Thomas. What are the chances? Let's talk about what the chances are for the college football season to go off as planned. We'll say the big Power 5. See you. See you, Thomas. We'll say the Power 5. What are the chances the Power 5 plays their games as scheduled, not in front of a let's just assume that we're not going to have crowds. Bullish 75%. That is bullish, Scott. What say you, Nick? Nick doesn't know anymore. I say 41%, Scott. $50-50. Stacy's really sticking her neck out there. Thanks, Stacy. My God. Either choose 49 or 51, Stacy. Choose 49 or 51. Or, yeah, I agree. But I mean, a quarter of the roster of LSU already. I think he starts on time but doesn't finish. Thank you, Stacy. 49. I appreciate you taking a stand. Now, that's a stand. 49 is a very interesting answer. You imagine? Can you imagine some of these athletes, especially like the Olympians, training their whole lives and now everything's in limbo? I can't imagine. If they cared about athletes, college football would have already looked significantly different. I don't see what I know. What's funny is this is forcing the NCAA to just flat out quit pretending like they care about the athletes. They don't care. They don't care. And this is the final time. Now they can quit pretending that they care because now we all know for sure. And I love college football so much. And my family has I mean college football is an incredibly important part of my family's life. An incredibly important part. But let's not pretend that the NCAA cares about these kids as students. For sure. Mo Nerth. Abu Dakar. Someone that person does not need to be. Settle until I die is good. What else did I just finish that's good? Center? Good. Pat McAfee had an interesting take on the Cowboys signing the Red Rocket that I didn't think of. I know who the Red Rocket is, but prove to me you do. Jared, I listen to rock and indie rock, mostly in hip hop, a little hip hop, some old country. Oh, Andy Dalton. Thank you. I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. I was pretending I couldn't think of who the Red Rocket was. So that's one of my favorite. I forgot his nickname was the Red Rocket. Guys, I'm getting texted from the wife that said, come rest. So I better go rest. But I really like the band. Here's the band that has me going right now, Jared. Camp with 2 A's. A new band, Crush. Album is By and By. That's interesting. That is interesting. If we have a Major League Baseball season, which I know we're supposed to now, it's going to be the most interesting Major League Baseball season in the history of baseball. I'm refusing to play in my fantasy baseball league unless my fellow owners and friends say that there's no asterisk. I do not accept an asterisk because I can do it for a half season. I'm really bad for the full season. All right, guys, I'm going to go. As always, been great. See you soon. What's up? Tomorrow we have a Pareto event at 5, and that is it. I wish they would have gotten a deal at 120 games so we can get 162 season nonsense. I know. No. I won't accept. I think that my fantasy baseball should not have an asterisk because I think I'm going to win because it's a half season and I can focus on it for a half season. That's all I'm saying, Brian. Screw the Astros. Screw them all forever. I have a feeling we're going to be adding to that list before it's all said and done. I have a feeling Mike Scahill and some of these New York Yankee fans are going to be in they're going to be in a very awkward position because the Yankees sound like it could be nasty, brother. Could be nasty. They had 3 cameras trained on signs. That's what it sounds like to me. Scahill, you better tell him. You better tell him it's coming. And I'm not a Yankee hater. I like the Yankees. They're not my team. I don't hate the Yankees. They're going to be in some trouble. They're going to be in some trouble. All right, I really am going before I get in trouble. I'll see you guys. I love you. Bye.